So to explain how the code works, we have first the void setup where we're initializing all the function pointers for data on the SD card. So all the data for functions to work with the MP3 player is stored on an micro SD card. Then we're initializing the song index and delay variables. So the song index is just how we're keeping track of what song is going to be played, and the delay variable is just how long we're going to wait before the button has been pressed, but you'll see that later. And then we're initializing the LCD screen and the MP3 player and the button pins. And that's all just part of void setup. And then before we go into the void loop, we're just playing the first song. And that's because in the void loop, here we have something that's reading the button. And if the button's been pressed, it's gonna play the next song, increase the song index. So go to the next song, and then call this function play song. And then it's gonna wait at least 1 second is what we have programmed before checking the button has been pressed again. This is because if there's no delay, what will happen is if you press the button, it'll constantly change the song every time the Arduino is refreshing. So you won't really have any control over how fast you're going, yeah. And then here on the side of the flowchart, I have just short breakdown of how the play song function is working. In the actual code, we're using a switch case, which I'll show later, but it's just finding the song that's stored at the file index, or in the song that's stored the corresponding file based on song index. And it's printing some text we have to the LCD, which you can see in the demo of the stuffed animal. And let me show the actual code. Okay. So here's the actual code. You can see that we have the includes. We're just importing all the header files for the different parts. This is LCD, that's the MP3 player, and then these are just function pointers. So the way the MP3 player works is that it has a send command function, and these function pointers at the top allow you to just put in the command you want to send to the MP3 player, and it'll just do it for you. The only one we really use is the play song command play song, and that just will play the song with a set volume. So that corresponds to the first part in our flowchart. Then we're initializing these are just images to be sent to the LCD. They're just programmed in bytes because the way the LCD works. Here's the index file, and then just pin variables, stuff like that. The setup, initializing all the pin variables, and the loop. We have to set the button state to low in the beginning, otherwise it'll assume, or it'll just maintain what it was read as last time. Reading the button variable, and this is just for debugging purposes, so we can check if anything funky is happening with the index changes when the button is pressed, and then the delay. And then here's the play song function. You can kind of see that it's really long. It's just a switch case, but we've abstracted it away, so you don't have to worry about like thinking about all these different like instances. So if the index is 0, play this, play this text, write that. It's just easier to work with. And yeah, I think that's it.